So many people came. Everybody was so joyful. There they are, 15, 20 people deep, and they're all smiling. That's an achievement. That's really something, that we could get everybody together and they're all happy and they're all living in their imaginations and they're dancing and it's everything that I hope to do in my work, which is bring together communities and the city, all different kinds of people, get them out performing for each other, dancing in the streets. What could be better than that? This is just the first section. This is just the cats. The shaman cows are here. The heads of the skeletons are all here. I feel sad that they're. I'm sorry that he's lying on his side, but. Oh, there he is. Okay, you're good. Hi. I'm Jeanne Fleming, and I would say that today I would describe myself as a celebration artist. This is my artwork. This is what I do. I'm a storyteller. I tell stories, and sometimes the stories are small, and sometimes the stories involve 1 million people. Here we are. This is 50 years of work. These are the skeletons from the Halloween parade. And she's very old. She's been around for 45 years. It really is about engaging everyone in a community, in a project where people work together to realize something that's larger than any one of them could do on their own. And the feelings of community that develop around that, and just the pride, I think, that comes of it. I love the idea of ordinary people becoming theater people, of them embodying roles that were larger than life and not what they did every day. And that's part of the purpose of my work, which is to engage all people in making art. Sinterklaas started because there used to be a very big craft fair in Rhinebeck, New York, that was world famous and that I was a part of. And that craft fair left town, and the town leaders started saying things like, oh, everybody's going to forget about Rhinebeck, nobody will ever come here again. And so it occurred to Bruce Lubman, who is the owner of the Hummingbird store in town, that maybe they should ask me to design a project for Rhinebeck that would bring people to the town. Everybody voted. They wanted an event for children around the holiday season based on the Dutch heritage of the town. I started looking up Dutch traditions, and literally within 5 minutes, I found Sinterklaas. It's a Dutch holiday. It's for children. It's at the holiday time, but not at Christmas. Non-denominational, so everyone could be a part of it. There it was. Part of the story is that around this time, it's a time of judgment. As you know, at Christmas, you're judged. Are you a good child? Or are you a bad child? I didn't like that. I didn't like the judgment of children. I felt like, no, children are our future. We don't want to be judging them. We want to be helping them to grow and become creative. So I changed that. Instead of judging the children, I made the children the most honored people of the day. They had to make 3 wishes. One for their family, one for their community, and one for the world. In order to teach them that with honor comes responsibility, so that you have to think beyond yourself. So it's not like Christmas, which to me is about having and wanting. This is about thinking about the world, thinking about your family, and what are the things that those institutions need. So it was a parade that included everybody, but now it's a parade that's in America. This is perfect. These are our values. We take everyone in. So I wrote a script for the pageant for a stage show. That pageant starts with the Native Americans, which is where the honored animals come out of that tradition. And I invited musical units from every ethnicity in this area and from New York. So it always was diverse, because what's really cool about Sinterklaas himself, he took all the children in and he became the patron saint of children. All of these things were going on in my mind as I designed this event. And then I finished it, I came up with the design, and I held another big, huge meeting. Hundreds of people came to it, and I told the story. And I said, this is what we're gonna do. And then I started finding all the people to do all those things. And people started saying yes. And then I brought all my artist friends in, and before I knew it, I had this thing. And of course, the naysayers all said it was going to fail, but it didn't. Right from the beginning. We started, I think the first one, 500 people showed up. This was amazing to everyone. The next year it was more and more and more. But here we are. Yeah, here he is. He's really beautiful. And of course, when he was carried, this moved, you know, so it looked like he was alive. I loved him. I really miss it. It was really beautiful. It definitely did what they asked me to do in the beginning, which was to put Rhinebeck on the map. You know, it's also something that some people would really love to see stop. But you can't please everyone. And so there are challenges. There's always challenges. I personally really like the challenges, but not everyone does. You know, the people who started working with me on this even 17 years ago now are older than they were then. 20-year difference, if you were 50 or 70, if you were 60 or 80. And things have changed. I mean, the world has changed a lot. There are less people who give donations. The world has become transactional. What do I get for my money? And Sinterklaas said it's very hard, it's free. It has to be a donation. It has to be an act of generosity from the beginning. It starts with me. I give my time, my people, my ideas. I give them to the community. I don't expect anything back. It's a gift. But we need others to reciprocate. And last year, we were unable to raise enough money to do it. So there's a lot of things that went into the decision. My husband died this year, just a couple of months ago. I've never lost anyone that close to me, and everyone felt that it would be probably wise for me to not take on a big project. My husband hated Sinterklaas. In fact, on his deathbed, he made me promise not to do it again, because he saw what it took out of me to do it. Working every day till 3 and 4 in the morning, the amount of stress and pressures. It was very hard for him to watch that. But I actually was the last one to give it up. We had a meeting and everyone voted whether they wanted to do it. And the plain truth of the matter is, I can't do anything by myself. It isn't about Jeanne Fleming deciding she's going to do Sinterklaas. It's not like that at all. And if enough of my people say, we're tired, we don't want to fight anymore with people to do this. We don't want to beg to do it. We want to be asked to do it. We want to be loved for what we do. Quite frankly, we want to be loved. And that's really all we ask. So the dioramas are part of leaving on a light, because we did get a small grant to be able to do something this year. So we commissioned 18 artists to make each of the honored animals at home in their environment, and that the hand of Sinterklaas would come in bringing a star. And it allows a lot of people to feel a bit of Sinterklaas. It gives the children who do come into the village something to see. So in a way, they'll be able to look at these and think about the honored animals and have the fun of seeing them in their homes, because usually when they come to Sinterklaas, they're in Rhinebeck. And also it allows the stores who are our supporters to have something special as well. And it was small enough, that's the idea too, we're shrinking it. These are little versions of things. And we'll see what happens next. I don't know what's gonna happen next. Do I still want to do Sinterklaas? I always wanted to do Sinterklaas. It's my favorite thing. And weirdly enough, I actually have designed next year's event already. But part of it is trying to figure out what I want my life to be. I'm almost 80, so I don't know. I don't know at this moment. I just know that I look and I say, how did we ever do that?